Welcome back to our India series. This week we're in Panjim, the vibrant capital of Goa. Known for its colorful streets, Panjim, or Panaji, is home to around 114,000 people, and it's famous for its Portuguese colonial architecture, markets, and scenic riverside. Today we'll be sharing our first impressions of this beautiful city and see what we can eat, buy, and explore.
Today we're going to be walking around the city and kind of seeing what it's all about immediately when we get here. It's very different than the rest of Goa. And one of the very first things that we noticed was as we were driving in, we noticed all of these floating casinos because it is actually illegal to build the casinos here on land. So the response to that has been these companies building casinos out on the water, which is a huge attraction point of coming here as well. I don't think we're going to be doing that today, but we are going to be walking around. So come along for the ride and let's go see it. Sanju actually has a dentist appointment right now, so we're actually waiting for her to be finished. And after we grabbed our coffee, we saw on the maps that there is a beach, so we're gonna go check it out. And look at this, it's so beautiful. It's just right off the main road. Something else I have to mention is that there are loads of huge sidewalks here, so it makes it feel a lot more walkable than some of the other cities that we've been to in India. When we were at the cafe right then, we got to chatting to the table next to us. They're from Australia and they're actually here for the film festival. What I've noticed a lot about Panjim is that there's loads of like arts and film festivals and stuff like that. There's another arts festival coming up, but they were basically telling us all about it, that they're here because there is a spotlight on Australian filmmakers. I guess they're coming to some kind of collaboration agreement between the Indian film industry and the Australian film industry, and yeah, they were just telling us all about it. It's super cool. It'd be really cool to be able to actually go to the film festival. And wow, as I'm talking, we're walking up to the water. I can't believe it. There's hardly anybody on this beach. Unfortunately, there is quite a bit of pollution on the beach, but there's also no people on the beach. Maybe because it's so early. But you do have those moments in India when there's no one around, you go, oh, that's an interesting feeling.
Can't wait to go in here and get stung by a jellyfish.
Not again, honey. What did it feel like? Can you explain?
It felt like a bee sting at first, and then it kind of started to radiate, and it was like, it's pretty painful. I'm not, I like to think I have a pretty high pain tolerance, so it was like, it was pretty painful, but it was manageable. But I think the only reason it was so manageable for me is because it just barely nicked me. It was like right on my Achilles heel, kind of radiated around my ankle a little bit. It does suck because Nick is a little bit traumatized by the ocean now. Well, I was diving headfirst into the waves, and then like all I could think was like, wow, how close was I to at some point to diving in and going straight into some tentacles. Like ah! We're gonna head back out to the main road, which is behind me here, which is fairly busy. Thankfully, they have large sidewalks. Panjim is the capital city of Goa, so it is the major city here. It's where the hustle and bustle is, but it's nothing compared to Delhi.
Surely by now you guys remember San. After she finishes her dentist appointment, we meet up at the mall. Today she's on a mission to buy some clothes for her mom. They start jumping off the... These are my favorite ones. Nick and Sanju both love to shop, and I don't. Keeping them from buying everything in sight is going to be a challenge. It's kind of a big mall. Sand, no. No.
Dude,
No. No more. Look at her. Sand.
That looks really good. You should never have tried that on. Now you have to buy. Well, it's a good thing we didn't get married.
I know, if you guys were married, you'd have no money.
But we definitely don't have any malls like this near Miramir Beach, which is where we've been staying in Goa. It's a completely different vibe here in Panjim.
We shopped till we dropped, and now it is time to get a bit of food. So we're here at Bombil to have a quick bite to eat before we continue exploring. It's clearly a very busy place because there's about a 20-minute wait.
Okay, so their menu is filled with all of this. Oh, nice. Nick's just came out. I'm staying right beside the fan. So their menu is filled with all these different tallies. Nick ordered some Bombay duck, which if you've watched our other Goa video, we tried it for the first time. And it's like a type of fish. It's not duck. And I ordered a veg thali, and Nick also got some calamari as well. Let's eat. I have to say, this is like the cutest little restaurant. There's all this beautiful, colorful art all over the walls. They have some traditional Goan food. Some of the best fish tally in town, apparently, okay? And the service is so fast. It's such a great value as well. Heavily recommend. Oh my God, that is some of the best food. 1 out of 10, how full are you?
11.
1 out of 10, how full are you?
Could eat more.
Oh no, you could not. I tried to give him the rest of my tally. He's talking mad shit. He is talking mad shit.
Panjim's colonial history played a significant role in shaping the city's architecture, culture, and even its identity. I mean, the Portuguese rule lasted over 450 years, making it one of the longest colonial occupations in Asia. The colonial presence ultimately left a complicated imprint on the local population, with deep social and economic impacts that lasted long after Goa was liberated in 1961.
Goa, in general, was colonized by the Portuguese, so it's not uncommon to see churches. And also, we're about to go check out some of the older architecture in what they call the Latin Quarter.
The Church of Our Lady is one of the most iconic landmarks here. It is definitely beautiful to see, but it's also a reminder of the complex history of Goa, with its mixture of cultures and histories still influencing the city today.
Wow, these streets are so colorful.
Sanju is taking us on a special mission to try Serradura, a Goan Portuguese dish made with 3 simple ingredients: rich cream, condensed milk, and garnished with crushed biscuits.
We have this cute little balcony for 3 that overlooks the street.
It's like a third wheel. I feel like it's for 2.
Yeah, you are kind of like the third wheel right now.
Sanju has ordered us a Serradura. It looks like it's whipped cream with some beach sand on top.
It translates to sawdust.
Oh, it's sawdust?
Yeah.
Got it.
But it's a
It does look tasty.
cinnamon challenge.
Ooh, this is really good. You know me. You know I'm not usually a big dessert person, but I definitely am now for Serradura. For Serradura, I'm a big Serradura guy.
Forget Serradura.
The streets of Panjim are very colorful and full of life. It's one of those cities that you could really just walk around for hours.
A lot of the buildings on that past road, we're trying to walk through pretty swiftly and not spend too much time in front of any specific building, because a lot of the buildings do have signs that say like no photography or like no touching the wall, because I guess it's been pretty common that tourists will come and put their hands all over the wall and have a whole photo shoot in front of certain buildings, and you know, people live here, and so you need to still be respectful of the fact that people live here and this is their lives. And although it's very cool, just try not to loiter too much when walking through these areas. But down this street, it's more like bars and restaurants and stuff like that, and more so like people doing business.
Compared to the rest of Goa, Panjim definitely feels a little different. While we love the beaches of Goa, Panjim is full of character and history and so much to explore beyond the typical beaches.
Shrewsbury cookies. Dude, these guys are kind of like shortbread, but they've got like a very, what is it? They kind of taste like, I don't know if you've ever had like milk powder. There's this drink called Complan, and it's like a milk drink. You mix it into milk, and that's what this reminds me of.
Soon we will be saying goodbye to Goa to go to the southern state of Kerala. So thanks for joining us on another adventure, and we'll see you next week with a new video.